now about depression. Quick poll. Who here is feeling really good today? Now, who here is feeling blasé today? Shouldn't have asked for them to cheer louder. That was on me.
Cheer if you feel like shit.
Catherine Monteese's here. She is slyly putting her stuff on the bed, and you won't notice her coming up to the back line at all. Katie, what kind of show are we going to do here?
Well, first it's going to be real serious. People are going to get very honest and read some personal essays. That's the first part.
You're all going to feel good! You trust me, right? Thank you. Thanks, Veronica. I can't see past her. Then those essays will inspire improv. If you've never seen improv before, it's shit we just make up on the spot. Woo! Trust us, we don't know what we're doing. You'll have a good time. Did I forget anything?
That's about it.
Cool!
So,
let's bring up our first essayist. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Santino!
It's gonna get real. Dear body, oh darling, what a long, bumpy road it's been. Like in every relationship, there have been ups and downs. And I have to be honest with you, I've spent most of my life hating them. When I was in high school, I hated my knobby knees and my flat chest. I hated that I could never fill out a homecoming dress and that boys never looked my same. I loathed you. Every day I would pray and pray and pray that I would develop breasts and hips and curvy muscular thighs like the girls in my class. I couldn't join my friends' conversations about periods or birth control. I wasn't a woman yet. Everyone told me I was lucky because I didn't have to go through the cramps or bloating or general annoyance of a monthly period. I nodded in agreement, but inside I was screaming because I so desperately wanted to experience those things. I hated you more during my annual checkup, when the doctor would ask me if I'd gotten my period yet, and I would have the answer ready on the tip of my tongue. No. I hated you because when I turned 16 and gave the same answer, I was whisked away and poked and prodded and saw the inside of my uterus on a monitor like a pregnant woman. I was put on hormones that forced my body to menstruate before it was ready. It wasn't until all this was over that I was simply deemed a late bloomer. But the tests and prescriptions just made me feel even more like an alien. What was wrong with me? Why was I different? I hated you because at every appointment, the doctor would take a knowing pause and ask, "Do you eat?" And never quite believe my answer, despite the fact that I ate more than anyone I knew. I could stuff myself all day long and never see a pound. You remember those days quite well, I'm sure. I never did quite learn the proper ways to eat and listen to the signals you gave me and stop when you had enough. So when I turned 18, I started developing, and the weight came quickly. Everyone around me was gaining the freshman 15, and I was going through puberty and gaining the freshman 15. I was eating pizza at midnight and stealing cookies from the dining hall just like every other college freshman, but I was also becoming a woman. It all happened so fast, and I didn't even realize it until one day I was getting ready for class and caught sight of myself in the full-length mirror. I noticed my stomach and hips bulging in ways they didn't used to. I gained weight steadily over the next few years. I wasn't accustomed to the new you. I felt foreign being in this new body. For a long time, I was just confused. I had gone my whole young adult life thinking I had one body type, and then did a complete 180 in the blink of an eye. I was going through so many changes that no one around me was going through anymore. I hated you for that too, for being late to the game. I then put you through a series of diets, exercises, cleanses, you name it. I counted calories, I drank gallons of water, I went to the gym even though I despised it. But my breasts and thighs kept growing. I remember being in a community theater show the summer after my sophomore year. We were going through costumes during a rehearsal, and someone held up a black dress and said, "Someone small could wear this," and suggested 2 cast members who were not me. I remember thinking that for the first time in my life I was not being categorized as small. I got to hate you for a different reason. I hated you for jiggling when I walked. I hated you for the time I cried in the Victoria's Secret dressing room, and the Target dressing room, and 1,000 other dressing rooms. I hated you for making me feel gross and large and unacceptable. And I'm sorry. I heaped massive amounts of hatred and shame on you for years when I should have been thanking you. How sacred you are for being the thing that carries me around through all of my experiences, for remaining free of sickness and disease, for housing my emotions and thoughts, for possessing the ability to bring life into the world. And although I haven't always been at peace with you, I want you to know that I never once hated you for my anxiety disorder. Though you have reflected its numerous and vicious physical symptoms, I know that ultimately it lies in my mind, and you are not responsible. You're merely a victim. Thank you for being a warrior through that too. Thank you for bouncing back. I know you must be tired of it. Thank you for helping me run and play as a child. Thank you for climbing snowbanks and apple trees and letting me dance and play tennis and figure skate. Thank you for letting me swim in the ocean and build sandcastles. Thank you for being able to handle the occasional scraped knee or common cold. Others are not so lucky. Thank you for it all. And although it will be difficult, I promise to keep reminding myself of everything you do for me. I promise to keep finding reasons to love you. I promise to listen to you, to really listen. I promise to take care of you because you're the only one I've got, and you're amazing.
Okay, my turn. 2 truths and a lie. Okay. I am double jointed in all of my joints. I can fit 7 peeps in my mouth at once. And I'm a 40-year-old posing as a high school student to try and infiltrate the drug ring.
Nobody can fit that many peeps in their mouth.
I'm sorry, what was number 1?
Number 1 is I am double jointed in all of my joints.
Double jointed. That seems unlikely.
You would think. But that's how I ended up on the Force Awakens.
Force Awakens? That's why
Yeah.
he looks so weird.
Thank you.
That's it.
That is it.
TV guy.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, you were in that movie.
I was an alien person. I had things like arms.
Everybody has arms.
I'm like alien-y. Is somebody gonna guess? Like, I feel like it's someone else's
It
turn.
sounds like you've never read the part.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Are you sure you had a name? In the,
Yeah, I have a
like if
name.
I were to look you up in the credits.
Yeah, I was
Would I
Detective
be looking-
Jablonski. Detective Jablonski.
Is that a character you know?
Like, it didn't have many lines, don't
Sounds
look
like
it
it's from a
up.
whole different universe.
Yeah, no, it's canon now.
Hey, Dad. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to come back later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I messed it up. I'm sorry. I'm so
Stop
sorry.
apologizing,
I'm sorry.
Olivia. You're embarrassing me. Teenagers,
Yeah.
right?
It's okay. They try to play adult games sometimes.
Yes, they do.
You know?
Oh my God, is anybody else sweating profusely? Hey, who wants drugs and has them? I mean, we all want them, but who has them?
I mean, I brought Molly.
I brought David!
I, Patricia, take you, David. Yes, please. To have and to hold all of the days. I love you. I promise to love you. That's hard. Even when it gets hard, I promise to love you because
I take use to love and to hold, and to hold, and to hold for all the rest of our natural.
Wow, he's really putting his finger right in there.
Right in there.
The people at the church don't even see it, but
No.
it's real.
It's really, he's sticking his finger right in it.
Do you have any rice to put in here? My rice.
You know, I understood polyamory to mean you are dating multiple people romantically at the same time, but this appears to be a union without physical boundaries. And I think I'm just confused about what this is. Exactly. I mean, I came all the way from Philadelphia, Karen, all the way from Philadelphia for this. What is this?
Is this an objection? Because I didn't ask for those yet.
I mean, I guess I just want more of a clarification.
Should we move on to these two joining as well?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, do you understand this?
I think we're all about to have sex. Yeah. All right, Jake, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drink all the water in the pool.
Dude, there's no way you can do that. If you do that, I'll pay you $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's mine. Oh, there's chlorine.
Yeah, you think my mom would put an in-ground pool in with no chlorine?
Ah, it's gonna happen though. I'm gonna beat you at something. Okay, that was a beetle. Which is really good because it's a skinny straw, so I got it.
Hey,
Okay.
man, you don't have to do this.
No?
You don't have to impress me.
No, it's happening. It's gonna happen. You don't skip it. I'm just jumping in. I don't even need the straw.
Listen, man, I know I ate all those mini muffins last week, but that was just, you know, a really good thing I did.
Oh fuck! I can't swim. Dead squirrels.
Dude, are you okay?
Yo, man. What brings you down here to the bottom?
I gotta beat my best friend at something.
Oh, bro, why are surface people so competitive? I've never understood that. Like, you guys are supposed to be all chill. So lame.
You gotta belong to something, okay? That's what it is. You gotta belong to something. You have to be something bigger than yourself.
You belong to the human race, man. That's a beautiful thing. Why do you people your best friend?
I think he's talking to someone at the bottom of the pool. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear a muffled sound. He looks like he's dying.
Anyway, you look like you're in distress.
Well, I kinda can't breathe, but I'm also trying to drink all the water, which is really actually pretty good because I'm doing two things at once. Talking and drinking at the same time.
Listen, man, I would quit your quest. I wouldn't do it. I would just lay off of it. It sounds stressful.
It feels like what he's saying is really clear, even though he's underwater. It's weird.
General, I am still getting used to this new body. We come from the stars to this planet. We inhabit these strange...
The stars are titanium. You are now titanium. I'm used to mine. I'm 2 months in.
Yes, I am not used to being titanium, but more importantly, I have 10 of these. And I don't know what to do with them.
10 pointers.
Yes.
You have 10 pointer
I
fingers
have
now.
10 pointers.
Though some of them will die off. The others you will find
Yes, but you know, at least is the universal sign for I love you here. So,
Yes, it is.
unfortunately,
You know,
but I
It
need
is
to
fortunate.
figure out what to do with my new 10 pointers. Also,
we have a lot of Excel catch up on the team doesn't know a lot about Excel. You know, don't get so focused on this because it's going to be on to the next system soon. Then we're going to be made out of marble or glass or they tried glass, but they'll probably bring it back again.
cool. Can we? I want to move on to the holes.
Oh, the holes.
7 up here.
Yeah, it's like a 7 millimeter. Hit you, but you're in no pain.
No.
I mean,
I
we're
feel
just
fine.
we're sent here to just try to protect internet commerce. Really? I mean, so really what we do, it can be life-saving, depending on how you look at it. I've gotten into my titanium build with a little bit of light yoga. I'm not like Alec Baldwin's wife, I can't do a pose a day on Instagram. But I'm in it. I mean, you know, Kenny, you're gonna be in it. You're my best person.
Am I?
Josh Cohen!
Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to say, just a spoiler alert, there's going to be some plot points about a 3-year-old movie and a 5-year-old TV episode. If that's like going to be a deal for you, like I hope not, it's like not mostly about that, but I wanted to make sure you did. Okay, we're going to be fine. Yes. The first time I experienced fear, not just like being scared, but like a real paralyzing fear, it was at a toy store. It was this enormous 5-story, sprawling wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, just full of excitement place. It was like a dream world to me. Everything just all the way up to the top, just I was in awe of it. And then my mom and my dad and my brother got on the escalator all the way to the top. And when it was time to come back down, I froze. I looked over the edge and I could see all the way down to the first floor over the side and I couldn't move. My parents were calling for me to just get on the escalator and come down, but I couldn't and wouldn't, and my dad eventually had to come back up and get me. This was pretty out of the ordinary for me as a kid. Not because I was like especially brave, but because I was just pretty low maintenance. Life just came pretty naturally to me because I was like 6. Growing up, I was myself 99% of the time, except in those moments when I looked over the edge. The fear of heights that I felt in that moment just really stuck with me hard, and every time it just brought me back to that paralyzed, terrified little kid at the toy store. And whenever I get on a down escalator, and not an up escalator, only a down escalator, which I'm fully aware is a really silly thing to be really scared of. I'd have to grab both handrails and pull myself forward onto the stair, and I'd strain to keep my balance so that I wouldn't fall. There's an episode of Louie where he and Parker Posey are on the roof of the building, and she's sitting on the edge, and he looks over and backs away from it. "Please come to where you can't fall," he pleads to her, and she responds, "But the only way I fall is if I jumped. That's why you're so afraid to come over here, because a tiny part of you wants to jump, because it would be so easy." I watched the rest of that episode in shock, alone in my dorm room, and then I broke down sobbing, because she was right. Maybe it wasn't true when I was 6, but at 20, there was stress and anxiety and an impulse towards self-harm. Depression had latched on to my oldest fear. Whether I was just learning it or knew it someplace deep inside me, an episode of Louie revealed something hidden about myself. A tiny part of me wants to jump. Even if I was 99% myself, 1% of me wanted that. By graduation, I didn't feel like myself anymore. Stress and anxiety stopped being situational and started being the norm. When I moved home to Long Island, I would take the train into the city a lot, oftentimes not with any particular reason, just for someplace else to be. And I'd stand on the train platform and suddenly feel this tightness in my chest, and I back very far away from the yellow caution line to where I couldn't fall. A tiny part of me wants to jump became part of me wants to jump became I want to jump. So I went to visit friends in LA to clear my head, which helped. For the first time in months, I felt at ease, or at least distracted from being uneasy. The last night I was in town, we went to see Birdman. Opening weekend, only out in 4 theaters. One of them was the ArcLight. It was a perfect send-off. In that theater with over 800 people, I was alone in my dorm room again. When Birdman told Michael Keaton that he wasn't good enough, I heard my own voice saying, I thought it would be so much easier to be a person in the world. I started crying when Keaton leapt off the rooftop and flew over the streets of New York, and that's about 20 minutes before the end of the movie. But not once in that time did I wipe away the tears. I just let them flow onto my shirt. I gasped and covered my mouth when Keaton stepped to the center of the stage and pulled the trigger, because that was Posey jumping from the rooftop, and that was me going over the edge. Because that was the ending I feared and the only one that I could imagine. But then Keaton survives. And when he disappears onto the window ledge and Emma Stone looks up at the sky and smiles, I felt euphoria. I didn't know it could be that way. I walked out onto Sunset Boulevard drenched in tears with the realization that facing my fears didn't have to mean giving into them. It was one of the most cathartic moments of my life. But here's the thing about catharsis though, even though it feels like everything's changed now, what comes after it is rarely so different. One more childhood memory. Around the time of the escalator incident, I was playing on the slide at recess. The kid in front of me would sit at the top, I would push him down, I would sit, and the kid behind me would push me, and so on and so forth. But when it was my turn, Russell Efros was behind me, and when he pushed me, I didn't go straight ahead, I tilted to the left, and went over the side. I could picture it in my mind, watching from afar as I fell 15 feet straight to the ground. And then black. The aftermath of the fall, I don't remember. So I asked my parents about it. Did the school call them? Was I injured? And their answer was, Josh, that didn't happen. My family's not one to gaslight me, and when they told me it would have stuck with them if I'd been hurt like that, it made a lot of sense. And when they told me that the out-of-body perspective part should have keyed it off, that this is just all in my mind, that also made a lot of sense. And guess what? They don't remember the thing about the escalator either. They asked me where it was where we went to that store, and I couldn't remember that. But it's so real to me. I can see the store so vividly in my mind, but I don't know where in the world it is. But that origin story is now canon for me. It's part of me. Russell Efros is really a real kid, and I felt a real grudge to him that I held against him for years. I haven't spoken to him since like middle school. But that grudge is real. Part of it's still with me, and the fear is still with me, and the depression is still with me. They don't have to be logical to exist, and mapping logic on them does not make them disappear, I found out. It's just a mindfuck that if a person is shaped by the accumulation of past experiences, and I can't say with confidence that the memories that stand out as foundational for me actually occurred, then how can I say who I am? How can I tell you? How can I tell myself? And I don't have an answer for that. Sometimes I'm depressed, and sometimes I'm at ease. I still hold both of the handrails a lot of the times when I get on an escalator, but not always. I'm still working to accept that not having a sure answer to that is okay, even when it scares me, even when I'm frozen by not knowing who I am. It doesn't always feel real to me. I'm just trying to keep flying.
Yeah, so I've got my own Uber account and my own account on Seamless. You know, my parents call me super low maintenance. Wow. You have your own Uber account? Yeah. To get to and from school, or get to and from the park, or get to and from the toy store, or to get to and from the ice cream shop. or to get to and from the jewelry store. Yeah, you know, because I just feel like getting some extra nice for mom. Do you not have a Zales account?
No. Sometimes I have a mom.
Sometimes? Yeah. Maybe I can get you one on like a Craigslist personal ad.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll just do like looking for mom. Looking for mom. That's gotta be really easy to find.
Looking for mommy.
Looking for.
You said you were looking for a mom.
Yes, I am. I'm looking for a new mommy.
Put on this bib.
Bibs are for babies.
Put on the bib.
Bibs are for babies.
Okay, not Craigslist. Never Craigslist. Never Craigslist. That's on me. My bad. They don't block anything. I'm gonna install some parental controls on my own because I'm low maintenance. Yeah.
I just used the bathroom. Took a poo.
Oh, you just did? Oh, okay. I like this. Upvotes. All the upvotes.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hey,
This box smells like poo. How about I take him away and you stop scaring the other kids? The other kids in preschool don't understand what you're saying.
I only weigh 10 pounds.
Dave, thanks for agreeing to get coffee with me.
No problem.
I haven't seen you since elementary school.
I know. It's been so long. I'm so glad when you reached out.
Yeah, I felt like I had to. I've been talking to my therapist a lot, and I just wanted to say, I forgive you for murdering me. God, that feels good to say out loud.
You okay, Brian?
I'm better than okay. Come to terms with the time you murdered me.
No, I only asked because obviously that didn't happen. You're alive.
My therapist said you'd say this. Yeah.
Right.
You're trying to deny what happened to me in my experience.
No, listen, I do not want to invalidate anyone. I made that mistake in a past relationship, and I'm really working on that myself, but I do need to tell you that I didn't kill you.
Wait, hold on. What happened in your past relationship?
I mean, I just...
Go into detail.
No, I was dating a woman, and she said I wasn't spending enough time with her. And instead of validating that,
You
I
murdered
said...
more children.
No. I just said she was wrong. And I realized later that that was invalidating, and I didn't want to do it again. So I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings is what I'm saying.
Thank you.
But I didn't murder you. We used to play
I
with
retract my
water.
thank you.
Okay. So this is nice.
No. I thought it would be. I thought it would be a nice cathartic thing.
Sure.
You could apologize for murdering me. My then business would move on and I would ascend, or I don't know how being dead works. I only recently
I'm sorry, do you think
admitted.
your whole life since that has been you stuck in purgatory?
I've had like 12 years of birthdays and they've all been just so blasé. I felt like that's
Welcome to Kinko's. You got the job.
great. Can I stand?
Of course, but
attractive.
Yes, and you won't know how to handle it. Because everybody else will be attractive.
I know.
And then you'll just be in the sea of equally attractive people, all wondering how to get the validation that they want.
Yeah, but guys, I don't think I need to walk around with a vest that says, "Look out, East Coaster." Like, I'm gonna stick out initially, but then after time goes on, I'm gonna blend in.
Well, you gotta let them know that you're 3 hours ahead of them more attractive.
You gotta let them know that you're not afraid to eat a hamburger. You're not trying to eat a hamburger.
Yeah, because they are afraid.
What are they afraid of?
Death. They're afraid of death.
They're afraid of
Sharks.
everything.
Sharks. I've seen it on TV. They're tornadoes. They fly around tornadoes.
That's only in LA.
And yeah, we don't have it out here.
Huh.
The clock has struck.
The new you is about to overtake your body.
That's a little bit crazy.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! You were talking like you thought you were drowning, but you weren't.
What do we have here? We have somebody trying to use internet commerce. We should kill them.
Yes. Murder.
Titanium acrobats from the stars.
Titanium yoga master acrobat, slowly transitioning to pure glass.
And making sure that all the SSL certificates are.
Internet commerce defenders trying to block us from murdering an innocent internet user.
Ooh, a former internet commerce junkie.
Former?
Did you go to Who's the former internet commerce junkie? Who are you referring to?
Yeah, which one of us? We consider ourselves pretty equal on that front.
He went to 12-step program.
I did.
I went to saw a therapist for it.
So,
I group you in with the band of idiots that would be a junkie of internet commerce.
ah!
That seems like a broad generalization. Your general.
TMI, we don't want to get into TMI territory.
TMI.
It seems that you have already ventured into .TMI territory.
I follow this.
I can't get my computer to work. Will someone help me? Anybody here at Kinko's? Are you gonna slash it to bits?
I'm very sorry.
Are you saying fuck you?
Ladies and gentlemen, Stacy Dunn!
Full disclaimer, there are no spoilers in this. But, like, there are, like, if you're young children, there's sex and there's drugs and there's alcohol and stuff. Just saying. So, my closest friend died last year, and he's been haunting me. Not like a ghost rattling chains in the attic, but like his existence is echoing through the universe, and I never know when it's gonna like bounce off a canyon and hit me in the face. When I was in Costa Rica, every time someone picked up a ukulele, part of me split and started reliving the past. You know, someone was playing it by the pool, and I walked past, and my body kept walking, but my mind was transported to Manville, New Jersey. And
And there I am, chain-smoking with Brent, as we confess our secrets about sex and share our scars. Later, back in paradise, a few notes get played on that damn instrument near the picnic table, and I'm transported back to being 23, sitting on a patch of shitty grass in Brent's backyard. Fresh from waitressing with a loose tie around my neck, and Brent's playing the guitar. He says, let's move to Boston. Our friendship was unbreakable. We'd spent the last 4 years falling in and out of love with each other, falling into and out of bed with other people. Still, a piece of me died as I said to him, I'm registered to go back to Rutgers. Next day, I'm laying out, hoping to remain in Costa Rica. And again, the ukulele. And Brent didn't even play the ukulele. He played the mandolin. They're both these teensy little guitars, so I guess I'm fucked. I open my eyes, and there are Brent's fingers strumming again. This time they're 10 years older, and I'm tangled up in sheets. And his beautiful blue eyes are zoning out on my body, and he sheepishly meets my gaze, and he still keeps singing. He never pauses, and he just looks right into my soul. At least I had some warning when he was haunting me in Costa Rica. Unlike on the 4th of July, when I was at my friend's apartment, and her roommate is this artist, and we snuck back to his room. He started showing me his art. There was this picture frame full of clear pills filled with shredded money, and he replicated these paintings with color and verse. It was supposed to be special. So we twisted through his window out onto the balcony, and as my feet land, a memory of Brent just hits me in the head like a sledgehammer. And I'm 20, and we're trespassing. And my body's all electric with danger. And the sky is bursting with stars, and I'm bathed in moonlight. And I'm standing on the edge of this reservoir's dam. And Brent's behind me, propped up on this wall of concrete that's in the middle of the wilderness. And I'm watching the water as it spills over the dam. And it waterfalls all the way down, 20 feet, hits down on the rocks. And I can feel him and his uncomfortable behind me. And he says, I'm going to learn to play the banjo. And I had forgotten that he had originally wanted to play the banjo, and I'm so glad he ended up playing the mandolin. And I'm like, the banjo? And he's like, yeah, you know, it isn't sexy. That way everyone will know that I'm playing my songs for me. And so I'm just like, yeah. And I start laughing, and I start to stumble, and he like grabs me and pulls me from the ledge. And all of a sudden I'm back in New York City, and the streets below me, and this dude is like catching me from stumbling on the balcony. I'm sorry, the fire escape. And he's like, oh no, it's all right, you know, I've got you. And he goes on about how he's got this show at Art Basel, and Macy starts blasting beauty across the sky, and my mind sends me over to Brent's mom's balcony, and I'm looking at those beautiful eyes, and they're glassy with a sheen, all this shit that polluted him and caused me to close my legs to him long ago. Why couldn't I help him? And then I'm back on this stupid fire escape, and this guy thinks that we're having like a romantic moment, because I guess I zoned out into his eyes, and he's like leaning towards me to kiss me. And I'm like, all right, I let him, because he's, you know, attractive and interesting, and I don't know, he's got no clue that my heart's cold to him as Brent's hand was the last time I touched it. Last year, Brent was clean. He was back on track, but you know, drugs and alcohol, they take their toll. The blood clot went to his heart on the morning of his 37th birthday, and he just dropped dead. heart, and he knew my secrets, and he knew the darkest, shittiest parts of my personality, and he understood me. And he never wanted anything from me, he just accepted me unconditionally, and I'm never gonna have that again. And he took a piece of my heart, and he'll always be mine, and we'll always be together. And I know one day he'll stop haunting me, because I know one day I'll accept that I couldn't have saved him. It was just written in the stars.
Well, Link, you've traveled into my cave, and it's time for you to pick your first weapon. Will you save Princess Zelda using a banjo or a mandolin?
Well, Zelda.
I can't hear you when you just mouth things. Like I'm a wizard, but that, like, reading lips, nothing.
Zelda
Yeah.
really loves sort of bluegrassy. We used to go hear the Zydeco band play at.
Not my scene, so yeah.
You know, if you want to go check out some good Zydeco.
No!
Alright. If you're ever into it, I have no places for you to go.
I'm more into like indie shit.
I mean, the indie scene in Hyrule has been.
I'm in the
Did he pick yet? He hasn't. He's talking about the indie scene in Hyrule. It's getting kind of boring.
I sold out.
No, come on, Los Campesinos is legit. Their newest album? Come on now.
Yeah.
Flotsam? Hell yeah.
Anybody can hire Steve Albini to record now.
Oh,
You
know what? Fine.
I can do spoken word and do.
Fine, you
Steve
get
Albini
one of
to
those
record
toy
now.
guitars. You get one of those toy guitars that only has 3 strings.
Oh, big wizard. Oh.
Yeah, I'm a big wizard.
Alright.
I'm a big man, I'm a big wizard, and fuck you, you're in my cave. My cave, you insult my shit. Fuck you, Link. Little green hat. It's pointy. Why? Why do you need a pointy hat? Why? And it's not even like pointy the right way, it falls backward. You dress.
It looks cool.
No,
It looks cool.
Says who? Not your mirror.
Zelda. Zelda loves
When have
it.
you actually had a one-on-one conversation with Zelda?
I told you to forget him years ago.
We're gonna be together forever because I know all the darkest, shittiest parts of your personality. And I'm still here.
I've won. Rogers is mine!
I got it, Roger. Yeah, I was starting to get nervous. Not too many single guys left in town.
Yeah. I got a couple of school friends that I got that heavy meat.
Yeah, sure, no.
They're really close. They kind of help me get through a really hard time.
Yeah, I know about that. That time you looked out of your truck
Yeah.
and sold mangoes on the street. Yeah.
They're better than Rogers mangoes though, so it's cool. He had his imported from Mexico. We went in the backyard.
I'm not trying to be critical, but I just want to point out that you were living out of your truck during this time. So you might not be in a position to judge someone else. This is your friend, man. He helped you out. Buy you that truck. Why you gotta be competitive with him? Just live your life.
Wish I could drink all the water out of that pond.
Oh, happy anniversary, spouses all. Happy anniversary, spouses all. It's been such a wonderful, wonderful
So wonderful.
Oh yes. Oh
Such
yes.
a magical day. Magical holiday.
Magical holiday
Dear,
people.
I don't know about that.
My favorite part about our relationship is that you've never gotten off his back.
No.
Never was. Not
Saw you through grad school. Through that internship at CVS.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
A lot more grueling than you'd think.
And sweetheart,
Yes.
there's something I've always wanted to get you, and this is the silver anniversary.
I if are you just gonna leave it in there? You're gonna move it around a bit, like if it just don't. Yeah. This is what love feels like. This is my understanding of love. So I'm all on board with it.
I know those ears are clean, mister.
They're not.
They with me.
I can see something on this side.
Oh.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Oh, 3?
Yes!
How long she is staring directly at your head? Well, I think the guess was for me.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad.
This is by far the worst anniversary party we have ever been invited to.
No, join us!
I don't know. They might have a good idea because we're completely on different sides of the room.
Yes. Can't touch your partner unless you go through the orgy.
We're naked. Okay, LA ladies. I love living in LA, but I'm scared of a lot. Oh my god. I'm scared of a lot of things.
I'm scared too.
I'm scared to stop running.
Burns cow.
Burn up, baby, burn up. I'm scared to start running. Everyone will be like, ew.
I'm scared for my camelback to be empty.
Oh my god, that would be so bad. I'm scared of sharks.
I'm so scared of sharks.
I'm so scared of sharks because we live in California and we can get you anywhere. Scorpions. I'm scared to walk on the grass barefoot. There could be there.
Or they could pop up on Tinder. I will not date any
I
of
will
them.
not date any sharks or
Ever.
scorpions.
Never.
Are you talking about astrologically?
Yeah. Of course I'm talking about astrologically. Are you a scorpion? I thought you were Cancer.
No, I'm a scorpion. I'm an Aquarius. What about you?
I'll totally date an Aquarius.
Okay, no, guess what? They can't get us scorpions.
Why not?
Because we want different things. I want you to be
Into me. Are you having fun in LA yet?
I think I need to move back to New York.
I'm scared for you to move. She's a Scorpio. She needs business. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why are there two avocados in my pocket? I didn't even buy avocados today.
because someone was looking out for you.
This Scorpio was.
I
It's just a blur of moaning and meowing.
So it sounds like from your accent you decided to live in the middle somewhere. You feel safe here, girl.
I'm gonna lay my head down at night now. I can't tell you, I just came back from the coast and oh boy. You know what? On the TV they say it's like two whole different worlds. Yeah, right? I found avocados in my packet.
Well, that's just be sure.
I did over the border.